We'll be cutting and sewing a baggy pants with elastic waist. And this is the fabric I'll be making use of. So this video is going to be divided into two parts. Now this is the cutting tutorial. I'm going to upload the sewing tutorial shortly after this. Now I love the print of this fabric and I'll be drafting directly on this fabric. You can choose to draft yours on your pattern paper. That way to be easier for you to make more baggy trousers. So I'll just go ahead and fold this. This fabric is actually quite difficult to work with because it kept moving. It kept moving, but I had to pin the sides. So if you do not want to struggle as much as I did, you will just go ahead and draft directly on your pattern paper. Okay, so I'm just going to pin this part so that the two ends stay together. I'll go ahead and pin this part as well, and also here. So like I said before, you're going to be cutting this directly on your fabric if you're doing the same thing as I'm doing here, or you choose to go and draft first before cutting. So now I'm going to divide my hip measurement by 4. Then I'm going to add like 2 extra inches, then extra inches as well, just to make sure that I have enough space. So now if you do not want your trouser or your pants to be too wide or too big, just add little extra allowances. Like for me, I'm going to add 2 inches extra allowances. Okay, so I folded this part using the fullest part of my lower body, which happens to be my hip. Then I added extra inches just so I will have enough fabric to work with. So I'm just going to put my starting line here just to be sure that you're seeing my chalk on this fabric. So this part, I'm making use of 2 inches for my band. So I'll place it on that line, then mark my hip depth. Then I'll repeat the same thing here. Take note, I'm taking out that 2 inches band before marking my hip line. Then from this hip line, it's important we go ahead to put down our crotch depth. Sit on a flat surface, then place your tape where you want your trouser to begin, then put it towards on top of the surface of what you're seated on. So for me, I just went ahead and extend this by 3 inches. Now, because this is a wide or a baggy pant or trouser, that is why I made my crotch depth as much as 3 inches. Okay, you don't want to have that crotch region tight. Now for my full length of this trouser is 42. I'm going to mark 44. Okay, that is extra 2 inches for my folding allowance. So it's important you make enough room for your crotch depth. That is why I came down by 3 inches from the hip line, because this is a wide or a baggy trouser. So I'm going to go ahead to go up from that line. Remember I said my full length, the full length of my trouser is 42. So I marked 44. So I'm just coming up from that 44 mark there by 2 inches just to indicate the 42 full length, then the 2 inches folding allowance. Please, if you have any question, please do let me know. And please, if you're yet to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so we're going to divide our hip measurement by 4 inches. For me, my round hip is 42 inches, right? So I'm just going to fold this tape into 2 like this, then fold it again. That is, I've divided it by 4, and I have 10.5 inches. So I'll just mark it there. Now I'm going to add extra 2 inches. Now you can add as many inches as you want depending on how big you want it to be. So I'll just measure what I have here and place it on my waistline. Please note that we're going to be making use of an elastic band. So there's no need to put down your exact waist measurement. Just put whatever you have on your crotch line there, which happens to be your half of your, rather, 1/4 of your round hip measurement plus 2 inches. That is what we have here. Okay, now to get our crotch extension, we're making use of the original 1/4 of our round hip. So whatever you have there, you can divide it by 2, then divide it again by another 2, meaning that you're dividing whatever you have here by 4. So I'm going to divide this again. And what I have here is 2.6. So I'll just go ahead and mark it like this. Now from this point, I'll go up here by 1 inch, then just create my crotch curve like this. Okay, so whatever I have here, because this is a baggy pant, I'm just going to put exactly what I have here at the full length of this trouser. Very simple. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and put exactly what I have here. But if you want to reduce it up, you can choose to maybe by 1 inch, but if you still want it to be baggy, just put exactly what you have here. So I'm just repeating the same points here just so it can help me or help guide me to make a straight line when connecting the points. Now, after connecting these points, I'm going to be adding 0.5 inch at this point here just for stitching allowance. So I'll be joining my fabric by 0.5 inch on the sides, both on the sides and the inseam as well. Right, so that's, just go ahead and let me secure this part. So this is what I have. So now at the crotch part, I'm just going to add my sewing allowance at least half an inch. So I'm just going to connect it to get to that 0.5 inch sewing allowance. So there's no need to go ahead to cut because I already have exactly 0.5 inch there. Now at this waist part, I'm going to add 0.5 inch for our joining allowance. We need joining allowance at this region when joining our band. So go ahead and cut this. Now take note, this is the front piece or pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that part. Take note, I'm not cutting exactly on the waistline. I gave 0.5 inch sewing allowance there. Then on the crotch line, we can still see the 0.5 inch sewing allowance. I'm just going to follow the curve like this. Now I'm going to cut off this part as well, like this. Okay. So open up this part I have on fold. So I'm just going to open it up like this. Just go ahead and cut until you get to the waistline. That is if you have this part on fold. So I'll be making use of this front piece as a template for the back because we're going to be cutting the back piece. So this is what my front piece look like. This is the front. Just go ahead and mark it. Just mark it. So I'll mark also this part. So I have 2 pieces here for my front piece. So we're going to go ahead to cut the back piece. Now I've already placed my front piece on this back. You can see I have spaces at the top and at the side. I have everything the same here on this side here. So because this is a baggy trouser, so make sure you have enough space at the crotch part, the top part, but the sides and the length of the trouser should be the same. So I'm going to come out from this point, from that zero point 0.5 inch I gave my stitching allowance. I'm just going to mark 0.25 inch from that point. Now I'm going to just trace the line I have here as the crotch line here like this. Then from that line, I'm going to go down by half an inch now. Okay, so I'm going to come out here by 2 inches, 2 inches as well here, and 2 inches here. So this is my waistline. So from for the back waistline, we're going to go up by 2 inches. You can choose to do 1.5 inch, as the case may be, just depending on how blessed you are. Let me say that how big your backside is will determine how high you will go. Okay, so I'm just going to blend it into the sides of the side of the front like this. Okay, so I'll connect this line downwards, creating the back crotch. So notice the difference between the back crotch and the front crotch. So I'll connect it to that half inch there. Now on the side here, I'll go out by 2 inches for on the back piece like this, all the way to the full length. This is what you're going to do all the way like this. So I'll just connect this with my ruler. Just this is just the back. The back is just so easy and straightforward. So when you're done, you go ahead and cut the back. Now there's no need for me here. I did not add the 0.5 inch for the crotch sewing allowance, because when I place my 2 inches additional inches on the back piece, I place the tape starting from the sewing allowance on the crotch of the front piece. Hope you understand. So there was no need for me to add extra inches, because it's just like I've already added the way I place my tape. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this. Take note how I'm cutting, please, so that your back piece and your front piece are not supposed to be the same. Okay, so that you don't find yourself going to get more fabric or another fabric for your client after ruining the first one. Take note, the back piece at the waist part, as the center waist of the back, is higher than that of the front, but they are the same on the sides. So then I'm going to separate the front piece from the back piece so that I can open the side of the back. Okay, so I'll take out my pins, just take them out. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, help me grow. Please also like the video, share so it can reach other people who would want to learn how to make baggy pants. Okay, and also I have other tutorial videos on my channel. Please do well to watch, learn, ask your questions, make suggestions. I'm open for all of that. This is my back piece, and the next I'm going to do here is to also cut the pocket. So now these are the front pieces. We have two pieces. You can see the difference. I'm sure you can see it. The back piece is wider than the front piece. Take note. That is another difference between the back and the front. So I'm going to join the front sides. Okay, the sides, not the crotch part, the sides of the pieces, the trouser pieces, because I want to cut my pocket. If you don't want to add pocket to your baggy trousers, you can skip this part. What I mean, pockets are like additional touch to the baggy pants, so why not? So I'll just go ahead and secure the sides. Just go ahead and place the front and the back pieces together. Okay. So I want my pocket depth to be 6 inches deep. Okay. So depending on what you want, if you want to use 7, go ahead and use 7. But first, I'm going to come down from this waistline by 1 inch like this. Then from that 1 inch, I'm going to mark the 6 inches for my pocket depth. I'm going to notch it. Now I'll be notching both on the back pieces and the front pieces. Okay, so it's time to cut our pocket pieces as well. So I'll take out my pins and set this aside. I'll be making use of the same fabric for my pocket pieces, right? So you can choose to just use any fabric. Just be creative if you want to use a different fabric, right? So I'm just going to fold this pocket like this. Then I'll fold it like this. Now, make sure your pocket depth like this is as deep, minimum, as deep as 10 inches, please. So I'm just going to adjust this again. Minimum, you can do 12, you can do 11, but please, minimum of 10 inches so that your hand can sit in and your pocket will be at least deep to an extent. So I'm just going to create a line here just so you see what I'm doing here. Just a straight line. So from this straight line, I'll mark 6 inches here as my pocket depth. That is the open part of the pocket. Then I'm just going to place my tape here. If you want to mark 7 inches, just how wide you want your pocket to be. But I'm just going to place my hands like this. Take note how I'm placing my hand. Then I'm just going to trace, just going to make a line around my hands like this. Take note of how I'm just connecting this. So I'm going to curve it. So you can just do whatever shape you want for your pocket, but just make sure you have enough room for your hand to sit in. Like this. I'll use my scissors and cut this. So I'll just curve it a bit here. Curve it all the way to the top part like this. Then I'll open up that part, this part here, I'll open it up. But I'm going to notch my 6 inches here just so that I remember that that's where I'm supposed to stitch. So this is my, or these are my pocket pieces. I have 2 pieces each, making it 4 pieces. So let me open them up so you can see. So if you've gotten to this point of this video and you're yet to subscribe, please like this video. Click on the comment section so that you can drop your comments, your question, your suggestion, and subscribe. Share this video, please. Do not let someone miss out on this knowledge. Okay? And also do not forget to click on notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. So in our next tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to join these front pieces, how to attach the pockets, how to attach your elastic to your waistband, and also the finishing. So until next time, bye.